It is Thursday, April 16th, 2020. We are in the middle of a global pandemic. V and I have been self-isolating and quarantining for over 5 weeks now. Today is scan day. When there is a global pandemic, the last place you want to be going is the hospital. But here we are to do my routine scan to see what's going on in my lungs. I won't lie, it's a little nerve-wracking. So because one day we will look back to 2020 and be like, I cannot believe that I was alive to witness the global pandemic of the coronavirus, I figured I would kick it back old school and vlog the experience, because this is the first time I'm stepping out of my house to go to the hospital and I have no idea what it's going to be like. I know they're taking extra precaution, and that being said, he can't accompany me for the first time, so I'm stepping into the hospital by myself. Luckily it's just for a scan, which he can't be in the room with me anyway, but I can't imagine what it's like for the many patients who have to undergo chemotherapy, surgery, and more harsher treatments, more scary treatments that like my family and my partner here really got me through. I don't think I could have ever done it alone, so this is why I am vlogging the experience to show what it's like, because I know one day we're gonna look back and be like, what the hell happened in 2020? My friend donated an N95 mask to protect myself. I've been saving this for the hospital. How do I wear this? It's one over, one under, right? Or
both over.
Both over.
But then you're gonna...
Should I take off my hat?
Yeah, you
I
can.
feel really nice. Hi.
Good luck.
Thank you. Pick me up.
Call me when you're done.
So I just got interviewed by security, and they asked me the typical questions. Have I traveled? Have I been in contact with anybody with COVID? Do I have any symptoms? So I made it, I passed. Now I gotta change into the robe and take all of this off. Getting changed after my CT scan. I asked them if I could film, but it was a hard no. So I'm updating you here, but look. Try number 1, try number 2. My veins struggle. Now I need to get poked a 3rd time to get a blood test. Take me home!
How was it?
It was actually not that bad. For one, there's no one there.
Anywhere?
The scan department, I was by myself.
Yeah.
The blood test, the guy that was getting a blood test had his blood test, came out, someone came to get me, went in. I barely had any human interaction aside from the person giving me the scan to the person giving me a blood test. I did it.
So?
The first technician who did my scan, I think I made him nervous.
Yeah.
I asked him if he could leave the needle in, the IV in, so that the person who can do my blood test can just take from there, and they don't have to prick me. And then he said he doesn't think that they allow that because of the iodine.
Yeah.
And anyways, so he pricked me, but knowing that I told him, oh, it's just because I want to avoid being pricked twice. Yeah, so he pricked me once, and then after he couldn't get it, and then it hurt so much, and then he was fidgeting, and he's like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. And then he pricked me twice, and then I had to go downstairs to do my blood test. So I got pricked 3 times today.
Do you miss your autocath?
No.
No one was there?
No, no one was there. I was only wearing the mask because when you're walking through the hospital, especially through that entrance, there are so many people, and you don't know where those people like are coming from. Yeah. So that's when I was really like cautious and put my mask on. In there, like I said, as soon as I got into the CT scan department, there was no one there. And then the secretary, the receptionist, was behind a glass. And then after they called me in, and then the guy was wearing a mask, and it was just me and him. I have to say, like, kudos to the people in healthcare right now.
For sure.
They're really, like, you know how we keep saying they're heroes? They really are.
But yeah, not just the people in the COVID department, but anyone that's
Anywhere.
in the building. I'm sure they're fearful as well.
Of course. It's
Like, just
honestly,
touching-
like, we've been home for almost 6 weeks now. I can't imagine what it's like to always leave your home and putting yourself at risk every single day. I must say, I did feel very safe, and like even seeing the people who are disinfecting and cleaning every 2 seconds. On the seats there are signs that separate the seats, so you can't sit next to anyone. But then again, like I said, there was no one there. The hospital was empty aside from the area of entry between. I could hear people in the cafeteria too, so I did feel very, very safe.
Cool.
Scan done.
Scan done. When do you get results?
I'm supposed to hear from my doctor next week. He's gonna call me, and that's why I did my blood test. Usually I do my blood tests right before seeing my doctor, but since I was already there, to avoid a second trip, I just did everything at the same time. And so he's supposed to call me anytime next week. That is all. We shall see.
Good job.
Were you worried?
I knew you were gonna be okay.
I was fine. They did a good job keeping me safe. And I felt pretty safe in my mask and my hoodie and my hat and everything.